Mexico City, thousands of teachers gathered to oppose Mexico's education reform law. President Enrique Peña Nieto says controversial teacher evaluations will move forward as planned. This is despite strong opposition from Mexico's largest teachers union. CCTV's Frank Contreras joins us now from Mexico City. And Frank, you were at the protest. You spoke to some of the demonstrators. What was the atmosphere like, and what did they have to say?
That's right, Mike. Today, thousands of teachers were out on the streets on the main boulevard marching through the financial district of the Mexican capital, one of the most important financial centers in all of Latin America. They came from all parts of the country and their demonstration was peaceful. But these teachers are angry at the president and his administration for these education reforms taking place in Mexico, especially the government's plan to test teachers and evaluate whether they actually have what it takes to exercise their profession. And that's angering a lot of these teachers, according to one that we spoke to from the state of Michoacán.
The problem with this evaluation is that it implies a massive firing of us and places our labor rights in danger. That's the real problem that teachers face, not just Michoacán, but at the national level.
It's pretty clear. Hundreds of thousands of teachers from all across Mexico are worried about losing their jobs, Mike.
Frank, take us to the roots of these tensions between the teachers and the government. What caused all of this?
To really understand it, you have to go all the way back to the Mexican Revolution. More than 100 years ago, the country's development infrastructure was low. The country had a number of communities that spoke indigenous languages. The president at the time decided he wanted to unify the country, so he hired a number of teachers who didn't quite have all of the qualifications it takes to be a great teacher, but they were necessary at that moment. Those teachers became a pillar, a voting bloc for the Institutional Revolutionary Party, and that, of course, is the party of President Enrique Peña Nieto. Then, in the first months of the Peña Nieto administration, his government took the powerful decision of arresting the teachers union leader, which is Elba Esther Gordillo. She was charged with corruption, among other things, and that, of course, was a sign of political warfare for the teachers union, one of the biggest unions in all of Latin America, as I've been mentioning. And it's been rough going ever since. In the build-up to Sunday's midterm elections, we saw teachers burning voting ballots and things of that sort. The government briefly said it would not test teachers in the lead up to the election, but then when the election was over, the teachers got the news from the government that it would go back to the old plan of testing them. And now the government is saying it's not going to negotiate with them until they return to the classrooms, Mike.